Got me another lunch break video. It's a DuPont story. On the DuPont, the most forward compartment is the bosun's locker. And in that bosun's locker is the anchor windlass machinery room that controls the device that comes around and pulls the anchor chain up or applies brake pressure to the anchor chain as it's going out so it just doesn't run wild. Well, the first time we pulled into Naples, Italy and had to Medmore, we realized, and I know we knew this, but we only got one anchor windlass. That means we've got two anchors and we can change it from port to starboard on the anchor windlass. But we only got one anchor windlass and we can apply brake to only one anchor chain. But what we have down in the anchor windlass machinery room is two chain pipes that go down from the forecastle to the next deck to the chain lockers where all the chains stored when the anchors are housed. And on them chain pipes is a mechanical arm that if you pull a two-fold block and tackle, it'll pull that arm over and it'll cradle that chain against one side of the chain pipe so it doesn't swing around while you're at sea. And we decided to try to use that as a brake, because when you Medmore in Naples, Italy, what you do is you make your approach, you come up, you drop your starboard or port anchor, whichever way you're coming in, you back up, you cut over the other way, and you drop your second anchor, and then you back in and you tie mooring lines up from the stern to the pier so more ships can go side by side. Well, we thought that was a good idea, and I guess the conning officer was a bit rambunctious because he come up and dropped the anchor chain way to hell out there on the first anchor, and they had control of that with the anchor windlass. They just got to set the brake, and it'll slow that chain down. The ship wasn't in position, so they had to let out more, and there was red chain on deck. And now they're going to drop the other one, and I'm down in the anchor windlass room because I run the bosun's locker. I'm like a seaman. But that two-fold block and tackle, they got in position and they dropped the second anchor that wasn't wrapped around the windlass. And that anchor chain, when it drops, I mean, it goes steady running. So they said, stop the anchor. And they had me on that. And I pull on that line, on that two-block, or two-fold, and it tries to grab that chain, but the edges of the chain ain't square, buddy. They round, and it goes boom, 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 and I'm saying boom, 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 and they say hold the anchor. I'm saying God damn. Pretty soon I'm inverted. I'm holding that line, and I put my feet against the overhead, and I'm pulling down. And then two or three other guys come and get on that line with me, and I mean we're going blah 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 blah, and it's fast. I mean, I ran out of energy. I mean, I understand how somebody hanging from a ledge finally lets go, because I was about to let go when we finally got into position, and I was some kind of beat. What a day. That cradle arm is not a brake. But there ain't no other way I can see to go Medmore or Naples on a destroyer. If you got an opinion, please make a comment. My last video was about the kids in school, and I suggested maybe we call up the U.S. militia. It's a legal move, I think, and it can be pushed as a department under the police department, and it could initially get U.S. funding, but hell, I say if we can't get funding, we do it anyway.